Bratislava, located in the heart of Europe and the capital of Slovakia, a city with a long and colourful history. The Hlavnya Njam is its main square, a popular meeting place, and like a bygone age. In 1572, Hungarian King Maximilian had a fountain built here, which at that time was named after him. Pozsony, as the city was then called, remained the capital of Hungary for 250 years, until 1783. The old city hall, with its main building, the Jakob House, dates back to the 14th century, with 3 adjoining townhouses. Bratislava was the first city in Upper Hungary to have a city hall. Today, the Baroque ceremonial rooms are open to the public, and there's also a museum. The Hungarians followed the Habsburgs, who dominated the country with an iron fist and exorbitant taxes. Even though under Emperor Joseph II religious freedom was permitted, the Slovak people were not allowed to be autonomous. Directly behind the old city hall is the primatial palace that was built in 1781. Classicism in its purest form. Built to satisfy the elaborate taste of Hungary's Archbishop Batthyány. The Jesuit church was built in 1638 as a Protestant church. Its interior is adorned with artistic wood carvings. The long Franciscan place adjoins the main square and leads from the Jesuit church and the old Marian column to the Mirbach Palace. The monastery on the opposite side of the square is no more, but the Franciscan church is well worth a visit. The narrow Michalska Street travels slightly uphill and ends at a gate tower. It's the city's most prominent street. One of the 4 city gates, the Michalski Gate, is the only one to have survived. And in front of the gate on Lovers Bridge, right up until today, St. Michael protects the city from evil. Trees, statues, cafes and restaurants, plus a narrow strip of water, accompany the Wjazd do Novo Nam along a lengthy pedestrian boulevard. Many Danube fishermen once lived here, and today it's one of the city's most beautiful green spaces. The Bratislava tourist train stops at the National Theatre. It was built by Viennese architects Ferdinand Fellner and Hermann Helmer in Neo-Renaissance style. Next, the Slovak Philharmonic. A visit to the old St. Nicholas Cemetery is like a journey back to the time of the Danube monarchy. Everything here is like a faded memory of the past. Today's presidential palace was originally built as a garden palace for Anton Grasalkovich. He was chairman of the Royal Hungarian Court Chamber and guardian of the crown. Behind the palace is a large garden. When first built, it was located some distance from the city walls. A splendid equestrian statue catches the eye and almost comes to life. The Gothic St. Martin's Cathedral is a huge old fortress church that once adjoined the city walls. Its construction took 150 years. Between the 16th and 18th centuries, 11 Hungarian kings and 8 royal wives were crowned in the city's Catholic cathedral. Over time, the cathedral's most Gothic elements were transformed into Baroque. The Stephen crown is one of the cathedral's treasures, together with sacred sculptures and splendid altars. Leading from the Kapitulskaya Cathedral is a road which in the 15th century was named Parson Street. In a small side street is the monastery of Clarisse's Church. Next to it, a tower. In the northern section of the old town that was once located in front of the city wall, the Trinitarian order built one of the most beautiful Baroque churches in the city. The splendor of its interior, with its lavish altars and religious sculptures, almost turns the cathedral into a museum. Next, and overlooking the castle, the Capuchin order built a church consecrated to Holy Stephen of Hungary. The main altar is quite elaborate in relation to its bare white walls and ceiling. The huge fortress is the largest historic building in the city. The route to the fortress travels uphill until the Gothic Sigismund Gate leads into its grounds. From here, there's a panoramic view, a fact that the Celts, Romans, Slavs and Hungarians used to their advantage. This site has seen both defensive and offensive castles, the earliest constructed of wood, later of stone. Today's fortress followed a long period of decline until in 1968 it was provisionally closed, but subsequently saved for posterity. For centuries, Bratislava was a junction of historic trade routes that fused together various cultures.